So today we will discuss about sonic and ultrasonic instruments. So first of all, some cleaning and polishing instruments. These are very important for the after the scaling, because after scaling we'll have rough surface. Then we have to clean and polish the surface further. इसके लिए स्पेशली आपके आते हैं रबर shells. Everybody has seen, I think, the rubber cups. रबर कप्स जो हैं उसमें आगे एक वेब होता है इस तरह का. दिस इज कॉल्ड वेब. एंड पीछे की तरफ को अटैचमेंट होती है. सो दिस इज अ रबर कप. ठीक है. एंड नाउ डेज वी हैव ब्रिस्टल ब्रशेस आल्सो. ब्रिस्टल ब्रशेस कैसे होते हैं? व्हील टाइप होते हैं, उसमें ब्रिस्टल्स होते हैं. एंड सेंटर से बैक साइड के लिए अटैचमेंट बनी होती है, लैच टाइप. राइट. नाउ फॉर द proximal surfaces, we have dental tapes. Because proximal surfaces पे ये bristles, ये web नहीं पहुंच पाता है, तो we have dental tapes. We have to do polishing in shoe shine fashion with the dental tapes, right? Now we have a professional prophylaxis with Profijet. Profijet is a instrument which is marketed by Dentsply, right? अब ये Profijet जैसा स्केलर होता है वैसा ही दिखता था. ठीक है, दिखता है, सॉरी. अब पहले इसमें जो एब्रेसिव यूज किया जाता था, दैट वाज सोडियम bicarbonate. Earlier it was used, but what happened with the sodium bicarbonate? There is more abrasion, there is a tooth loss because of this abrasive. So what we will do nowadays, we will do glycine instead of your sodium bicarbonate, right? So glycine nowadays we will use with the Profijet. And after that, there is a before that, sorry, there is a pre-procedural rinse of 0.2% chlorhexidine. Then we have to use glycine, right? Now come to sonic and ultrasonic instruments. Ultrasonic and sonic instruments. So sonic and ultrasonic and sonic instruments. So first of all is sonic instrument. ज़्यादा हम इसके बारे में नहीं पढ़ेंगे, just what we can remember. It is introduced in 1960s and the speed is 2000 to 6500 cycles per second, and the motion is circular. That's how we will get questions. So this is the circular motion, right? Then come to your ultrasonic instruments. Ultrasonic instruments are two types: magnetostrictive and your piezoelectric. So magnetostrictive and piezoelectric, these are two types of ultrasonic instruments. So first is magnetostrictive, that comes in 1950s. You doesn't need to remember this, but okay, ठीक है, अगर रख सको तो रख लो. It works in elliptical motion. Elliptical motion, elliptical is like this, right? The frequency is, sorry, that was the frequency, 2000 to 6500 cycles per, that was speed. Now it is a frequency 2000, sorry, 20,000 to 45,000 hertz, right? And amplitude is 13 to 72 micrometer, right? In case of piezoelectric ultrasonics, this frequency is 20,000 to 45,000 hertz, and amplitude is 72 micrometer. Now, how will you differentiate? The motion of the magnetostrictive is elliptical. The piezoelectric is linear, back and forth, like this. And in case of sonic, it is circular, right? So let us discuss questions. As we have discussed yesterday, some questions. I think Jivan Jyoti, you were not in the class today.
Yes, sir. Sir, I was not there.
Yeah, but have you read questions which I have shared in the group?
No, sir. Sir, actually, I was traveling yesterday, so I didn't get that.
No problem.
Sorry,
So
sir.
we are going to discuss these questions before going further, right? So let me switch to that page. So फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल मैं वही क्वेश्चन पढ़ना चाहूंगा, वही बताना चाहूंगा आपको क्वेश्चंस जो हमने कल, कुछ क्वेश्चंस हमने पीजोइलेक्ट्रिक के बारे में पढ़े थे. द क्वेश्चंस वर yeah, this was 33rd question. Which are the following? एक ये तो चलो हमने कर लिया था. एक क्वेश्चन which I remember that was totally related to, yes, this one, 23rd. The pattern of the vibration of magnetostrictive type of ultrasonic scalar is, it is elliptical. ठीक है, ये क्वेश्चन आया था. मैं एक दो क्वेश्चंस और आए थे, आई थिंक. Jivan Jyot, please try to read them. Arun, please start reading number 36.
Kirkland and Auburn knives are used for?
These are two types of knives. I'll try to cover them with that also. Kirkland knife and Auburn knives are mainly used for gingivectomy. So what is the difference between the Kirkland knife and Auburn's knife? Let me show you.
Kirkland kidney shape.
Yeah, see, let me show you. I'll give you idea about what is Kirkland knife and what is this is Kirkland knife. So it has a blade like one side straight, one side curved. So this is mainly used for gingivectomy, like this, right? So like this. And this is it is a Kirkland knife. And second one is your Auburn's knife. Okay, I'll give you idea about surgical instruments also. These are surgical instruments. Kirkland knife and Orban's knife. Orban's knife is like this. It has cutting edges both the sides, right? So these are the head of the Kirkland knife and Orban's knife. These are mainly used for this gingivectomy, right? Then come to your surgical blades. I'll try to show. I have one picture. I'll try to show you, show that to you through with the help of that. So these are the blades which we mainly use for our this surgical procedure. Mainly used blades are 12D, 15C, 15 and 15C. So this is your 25 number blade. You can get image based question. So this is your 25 number blade. This is 12 number blade. How can you remember this? By writing 2. This is 11 number blade. It has a parallel wall. So just make a parallel line over here. That's how I remember. You can also remember, or you can make your own mnemonics. Just make one line, then your 11 number blade. This is your 5 number. You can see this curvature. So through this curvature, you can see this. There is a you can see the curvature. Through this curvature, you can see it is like 5. And if it is 15C, 5, then it is 15. And if it is 15C, there is a C like projection here for the 15C. You can see. And this is 20 number. So you can see this. And Kirkland knife and Orban's knife, you can see over here. This is Orban's knife and this is Kirkland knife. So mainly for the gingivectomy on the facial surface, we use this surface. So this is used for gingivectomy on the facial and lingual surfaces. And this is mainly used Orban knife in the interdental areas. So these are the cutting edges. So these cutting edges we use and we can cut the interdental areas with Orban's knife and with the Merrifield knife. Merrifield, also called Merrifield knife, right? Let me show you. I have some pictures, luckily. Then your electrocautery, electrosurgery. These are the loops we have. The current is mainly 1.5 to 7.5 million cycles per second, megahertz. And these are the main tips for the electrosurgery. So these two tips are mainly used for, they have single wire. Mostly you have seen in your classes. So this is your straight wire. These are mainly used for incision and excision cases. And in the conditions, excision and where we have to give incision and excision. And loop electrodes, these are used for planning tissue planning, right? And these are bulky electrodes. These are mainly used for coagulation processes where we have to stop the bleeding. So we mainly use these. Then your surgical chisels. This is called ocean bend chisel. It is a blade over here. The shape is very, very different. Ocean bend chisel. You just have to remember the name of these chisels. Doesn't need to remember the action. And back action chisel. Back action chisel is somewhat curved. This is called Rhodes chisel also. So you just have to remember this. Then your tissue plier. It is toothed plier, or also called jawed tissue plier. For the, it has tooth over here in the front, and you can pick it up. You can pick the tissue. Then your pocket markers, these are the tweezer-like instruments which have sharp end, so that we can place this one sharp tip in the pocket and make a punch through this tooth in the pocket. So you'll come to know the pocket depth. Then come to your Caesar. Caesar, everybody knows. Then your needle holder. The difference between the Caesar and the needle holder, you can see. First of all, there is a lock behind. In the Caesar, there is no lock. And here you can see this is the needle holder is somewhat thicker than this Caesar. You can directly differentiate. Then your Castrovision needle holder. This is Castrovision. Nowadays it is very much popular. So this is all about our instruments. We have covered mostly maximum instruments. Now come to the this Kirkland and Ormond knives are used for gingivectomy, right? Now Arun, please read the next question.
Ultrasonic scaler can be used in A. Aid station, B. Asthmatics, C. Pacemaker, D. Heavy calculus.
Obviously, the answer is heavy calculus because we are mainly using scaler for calculus removal. Next question.
The first instrument used on the facial surfaces of gingiva while gingivectomy is
So what should be the answer?
Orban's knife, B. Kirkland knife, C.
So answer is Kirkland knife
Kirkland knife.
because Kirkland knife is used for
Yes.
buccal surfaces, and in dental areas we use Orban's knife. Next question.
Scaling and root planing is performed A. as initial